Welcome back to Wikilert.
Today, we're roaring into the 2025 British GT Championship, a season that's delivered edge-of-your-seat racing, jaw-dropping moments, and a fierce battle for glory. Picture this, the sleek curves of a Mercedes-AMG GT3 tearing down the straight at Snetterton. The roar of a BMW M4 GT4 echoing through the hills of Oulton Park, and drivers pushing their limits to etch their names into history. This is the 33rd year of the British GT Championship, promoted by the SRO Motorsports Group, and it's shaping up to be one of the most thrilling yet. From Donington Park's season opener to the upcoming showdown at Brands Hatch, we're unpacking the latest races, the drivers leading the charge, and why this championship has fans on the edge of their seats. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. The 2025 season kicked off on April 5th to 6th at Donington Park, setting the tone for a championship that's as unpredictable as it is exhilarating. The calendar, unveiled last June, promised 9 rounds across iconic circuits like Silverstone, Spa-Francorchamps, and Brands Hatch, with a mix of 60-minute sprints and endurance races like the 3-hour Silverstone 500. This year introduced a 4-round Endurance Cup for GT4 entries, adding extra stakes for teams battling in the secondary class. The grid is a spectacle. GT3 monsters from Lamborghini, McLaren, and Ferrari clash with GT4 machines like the McLaren Artura and BMW M4 Evo, driven by a mix of seasoned pros and ambitious amateurs. With 70 drivers and 10 winners across the first 7 rounds, the competition is fierce, and every race feels like a chess match at 200 miles an hour. Let's dive into the recent results, starting with the most recent action at Snetterton on July 11th to 13th, rounds 6 and 7 of the championship. The Norfolk circuit delivered 2 races that had fans buzzing. In the first race, 2C's Motorsports' Charles Dawson and Kieran Jewis, the GT3 championship leaders, dominated in their Mercedes-AMG GT3 Evo, clinching a regulation victory that solidified their hold on the standings. Their teammates, Kevin Say and Maximilian Gotz, weren't far behind, storming to victory in the second race with a commanding 13-second lead. Say and Gotz, who started from pole, navigated traffic masterfully, pulling away from Barwell Motorsports' Alex Martin and Sandy Mitchell, who took second. The GT4 class saw its own drama. Optimum Motorsports' Jack Brown and Mark Warren extended their championship lead with a win. In the first race, their McLaren Artura untouchable. But in race 2, Century Motorsports' Ravi Ramniyat and Charlie Robertson fought back, dominating with a 30-second lead in their BMW M4 GT4 Evo, closing the title gap after penalties hit their rivals. Rewind to earlier rounds, and the story is just as gripping. At Donington's opening round, Dawson and Jewis again took GT3 honors, beating Barwell's Alex Martin and Sandy Mitchell, while Beechdean Motorsports' Andrew Howard and Tom Wood claimed the silver AM class. In GT4, Optimum's Brown and Warren started strong, joined by Mahiki Racing's Josh Miller and Aidan Neat. Silverstone's 3-hour endurance race in April saw Paradigm Competition's Dan Harper and Darren Leung steal GT3 victory in their BMW M4 GT3 Evo, a standout moment for the debutant team, while Century's Ramyad and Robertson topped GT4. Oulton Park's doubleheader in May was a Barwell Motorsport showcase, with Hugo Cook and Rob Collard sweeping GT3 and Optimum's Brown and Warren trading wins with Century's Chris Sockled and Brandon Templeton in GT4. Spa-Francorchamps in June brought international flair, with Blackthorn Motorsports' Jonathan Adam and Giacomo Petrobelli ruling GT3 in their Aston Martin Vantage, while Century and Optimum again split GT4 honors. These results paint a picture of a championship where momentum shifts like the wind. In GT3, Dawson and Jewis lead with 118 points, their consistency, 2 wins and 3 podiums, making them the team to beat. But Say and Gotz, just 8 points behind at 110 are closing fast, their Snetterton triumph proving they're a threat. Blackthorns. Adam and Petrobelli, with 109 points, are right there too, their Spa win a highlight. Barwell's Martin and Cook are also in the mix, with 194.5 points respectively. Their Oulton Park sweep keeping them alive. In GT4, Brown and Warren hold A, commanding 162.5 points, but Ramiet and Robertson's 139 points and relentless pace make the title race far from over. Optimum Motorsport leads the GT4 teams standings with 255.5 points, while 2C's Motorsport dominates GT3 teams with 228. Fans on X are buzzing. One post called Dawson and Jewess unstoppable, while another praised Ramiet and Robertson for stealing the show at Snetterton. The human stories behind these races add depth to the spectacle. Take Charles Dawson, who's emerged as a star alongside Kieran Jewess, both carrying the pressure of leading 2C's Motorsports charge. Their Snetterton win, despite a 10-second penalty for a starting position error, showed their grit. Or consider Ravi Ramiet and Charlie Robertson, who turned a nightmare weekend at Oulton Park where they retired in one race into a triumphant GT4 comeback at Snetterton, cutting the championship gap to 19.5 points with 2 rounds left. Posts on Reddit highlight the emotional stakes, with fans marveling at how Adam and Petrobelli, in their Aston Martin, have kept Blackthorn competitive despite being underdogs. The championship's diversity, pro drivers like Marvin Kirchhofer battling alongside amateurs like Andrew Howard, creates a unique dynamic, where every race feels like a story of ambition and heart. With Brands Hatch looming on August 23rd to 24th, the penultimate round, the stakes couldn't be higher. The GT World app's live timing and streaming have fans glued to their screens, and the championship's official site teases titles up for grabs. Will Dawson and Jewess hold their nerve, or will Tsay and Gott steal the crown? In GT4, can Ramiet and Robertson overtake Brown and Warren before the final round at Donington in October? The unpredictability, paired with the championship's legacy, featuring cars from McLaren, Ferrari, Porsche, and Aston Martin, makes it a golden era, as timing Solutions Limited put it. This season echoes other stories we've covered, like Victor Gyökeres's relentless drive or Marco Simoncelli's fearless passion, where talent and heart collide under pressure. The British GT Championship isn't just about speed, it's about the drivers who pour everything into every lap. As we reflect on this season, it's clear why the British GT Championship has captured our hearts. It's a battleground where dreams are tested, where split-second decisions shape legacies, and where every race tells a story of triumph and struggle. With Brands Hatch and Donington still to come, the fight for the 2025 titles is anyone's game. What's your take on the season so far? Are you rooting for Dawson and Jewess, or do you have another favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what's got you revved up. Thank you for joining me in this thrilling ride through the British GT Championship. If this video got your pulse racing, please give it a like and subscribe for more motorsport stories that ignite the soul. Until next time, let's keep chasing the checkered flag.